There were nights I only got 2 hours of sleep just to hit my Webtoon and schoolwork deadlines, and still having to wake up for an 8 a.m. class the next morning. Here's how I survived. Hey guys, Dev here. Today's video is about how I balance making my Webtoon comic with being a college student. We all know the dreaded schedule a Webtoon artist has to stick to grow and maintain an audience, and we also know how much time we spend on college, neither of which is any less demanding than the other. So allow me to tell you the things I do to help me fulfill both roles. The first thing I'd suggest is to plan the whole entire timeline for your comic creation process, then seeing how you can fit it to your already existing college schedule. Start off by how frequent you want to post in Webtoon, then compare it to your college schedule. For me, with my art style and school workload, I think realistically I could only aim for a monthly release on episodes. The first thing I do is to try my best to finish an entire episode's worth of storyboard in one day. Then, aim to finish at least 2 parts of one episode per week. Usually, I'd have like 7 parts per an episode, which contains around 40 to 60 panels. Finishing the storyboard is crucial, as I feel like it streamlines the rest of the process, as most of the crucial parts in drawing and sequencing, planning the entire comic is all gonna be done there. So you wouldn't need to use any more brain power during the creation of each and every part of your episode. My art style isn't really the simplest, but I tried to find every corner I could cut to speed up the process but still maintain the quality. I try my best to keep up with all the projects that I have, as well as content creation, as I really do want to build an audience and make this as like my career. I'm currently in the process of making the first episode of my webtoon, My Girlfriend is a Samurai. It's a comedic romance story about a girl moving from a rural village and is perceived as the crazy province girl integrating in the city life through working in a call center agency. I'm nearly done with the first episode with just about 12 panels left to create. If you're interested, I'll be publishing my first ever episode on October 5! Yay! How do you usually use your free time in school? Do you study, scroll, or nap? Well, imagine if you dedicated even half of that time to your creative projects. I suggest capitalizing on every free time you get in school and use it for your work. Since my class isn't starting yet, I'd go to the library to draw my webtoon. I'd usually do this before classes, free periods in between, then a bit after class before I head home. If you're feeling extreme and want to maximize every second of your life, then you can probably even work on it during commute in the bus, which I highly don't recommend for safety reasons. Unless if you're commuting home with a friend, like you'd be sitting on the window seat and they would be sitting on the outer part, so at least then you'd be protected. And still, I don't recommend it, but for students that like to cram, I have done this before. I'd try to draw in class too, but only if there's no note-taking or activity to be done. If not, I'll try to finish most schoolwork during class hours as much as possible so that I'd have more free time at home to dedicate to just drawing. Also, don't forget to take rests in between. Your health matters more than the grind. The one time I overworked myself, missed sleeps and meals, it ended up costing me so much more deadlines than I had intended to. So yeah, balancing college and webtoon making is tough, but not impossible. If I can do it while commuting, cramming, and drawing in between classes, so can you. If you want to follow along with my journey, do subscribe and don't miss the release of my first episode on October 5. Bye!